This is the Negro Ninja, and you already know it's a stupid bitch story coming. Okay, now let me tell y'all what happened to me at urgent care, but I gotta build this up to what happened previously, like in the last time I went over there. I go over there to get tested for COVID, okay? And, the rapid test, it's a drive through test. All right. And I've been up there quite a few times, and there was this little white lady up there I think was okay looking. Okay, she didn't look bad. She was tall, petite, looked like she does anal or something like that. Okay, so we always kind of flirty with each other. But like during the last time I was up there, I decided to basically just ask her for her phone number. I asked her the time prior to that. Okay, and I said something smooth. Okay, so any questions for me? I said, shit, what's up? Give me your number. Okay, and she's like, and she did this, and she touched me like this because I probably was wearing this, I think, or something like this. And she said, "You have a good day." I was like, "Okay, okay." She didn't really say no or nothing, so I'm like, whatever. And then I waited, and I went back the next time. And then she basically pulls the same thing again, being flirty or whatever. And then I was, checking out. But something I did notice, and I'm like, I know I'm not seeing what I think I'm seeing. When you check chicks out, they be feeling a certain way. But I did see her hand do like this or something. I was like, I know I ain't seeing her hand. I don't want to do it, but I really think I was seeing her low key do the little devil horn. But the hand was like not. It usually the devil horn faces you like that. I'm like, I know I ain't see that bitch do that. Maybe she's just doing that because she's feeling some type of way or something. No, she's just playing with her hands. Um, and then that's when I was like, shit, let's do something. And she said, okay, I'll give you my number. I was like, oh, I'm like, this caught me off guard. So, what's the number? I said, okay, cool. We'll do something. All right. Then I texted her to let her, know to lock this number in. And, I waited about 3 days before I asked her. I'm like, so when will you be available? And she didn't say anything. So I just deleted her number. I'm like, she ain't say shit. All right, fuck you. All right. So, her reasoning for giving me the number, according to her, was, I see you all the time. You're here all the time, so, might as well. That's what she, something along them lines is what she said. So she didn't do shit. Okay, so fast forward to today. I'm like, I bet you $5 this bitch ain't up here. And sure enough, my predictions is almost always correct. Bitch wasn't up there. And it was different people. So, she either changed the days she worked or she went to a different urgent care. And it's usually pleasant when I go to the urgent care. Usually it's quicker than most. It's quicker than a McDonald's drive-through. Okay. But this time I see that they took most of the attractive women up out of it. I was like, damn. Then I got to do it doing the swab. I'm like, okay. Then I see this fat lady, fat, blackish looking lady, meaning she's not the same race as me, but I suspect that she's African or something, or probably Haitian. Um, just a real evil vibe to her anyway. Like she possibly play witchcraft or something, do witchcraft or something. And she was acting very scared. And I wasn't really taking this seriously. I see her spray cards. She'll spray pens. She'll spray the door that she comes out of 20 times. This is doors that only the doctors can touch, by the way, and they all got on masks. So I'm like, whatever. I wasn't taking it too seriously until she got to me. Do you not have a mask? This is literally how she's saying, like, dead serious. I said, nope. I'll get you one. And I was like, this shit kind of happened too fast. I said, I don't want to wear the mask. They don't really tell me to wear it prior, so why I got to wear it today? Because I don't know you. Like, I'm dead serious. That's how she said it. That bitch said it with the same aggressive tone as one should have if a random nigga walks up on the street and asks her to suck his dick. I don't know you. I'm like, they ain't usually don't tell me to do this mask, though. That's kind of weird since I'm getting the swab anyway. I'll get somebody else to do it. So she was so out of order that she didn't even hand me the board to sign the paper on. She just give me the paper and walk off. No pen either. Okay, so it's a dude there. He's a cool dude. Okay. He probably foreign. I don't think we the same race either. He was blackish. Pretty cool dude. I was like, he come over there and he tries to de-escalate it because I did get a bit hot from how she was talking to me, so I'm a bit agitated. And I started making smart jokes about how scared she is. I'm like, hey, excuse me, sir, can you give me a board and a pen? Because she acting kind of. And that's literally what I did. I'm like, she on some other stuff right here. She tripping. So, and not one time did he say, could you put on a mask for my comfort? But he just came back and said, you know what, it'd make her feel more comfortable if you wear the mask. And that's when I was like, I gotta wear a mask doing this. That's crazy. I said, what? Somebody gotta act crazy for people to be scared to tell you to wear a mask. Y'all tripping with this mask stuff. Like, like she tripping hard. Okay, and basically, I just basically started baking her or whatever, just a little bit, not a lot. So he goes back, and about 2 or 3 minutes later, that same bitch come back over there and confronts me. Okay, so that's how I know he went back and just said what happened, because it was a commotion because of how the bitch was acting, and there was this red-haired, light-skinned black bitch. She's American, and she's the chubby type that a lot of people would smash there to say she's thick. So she's the only one that looks somewhat presentable out there. And I noticed that she was looking for reasons to hate me. I noticed that shit. Okay, like every time the lady said something, I seen her walk over them like, oh, that's her backup. And sure enough, she proved that she was her backup, because after that bitch came back, can barely speak good English. She speak well enough the way you would want to cuss her ass out. So, bitch was just talking. Look, I just do this because, that's the tone. Like, she was really sassy and just out of pocket. Okay, and I'm like, I put on a mask. What else do you want, bitch? But I didn't say it, but I was thinking it. But I was like, I put on a mask. What else do you want? That should be the end of it. I put on a mask. That's it. Okay, just let's continue. Damn. No cursing, though. Okay, because I already know that they'll try to use everything against me like they used that remark that I just said, right, what I'm about to say right here. Okay. So while she's busy arguing with me, the red haired butt in, well, she's not feeling comfortable, you should put on. I was like, this is just ridiculous right here. I said, situations like this is how people end up on the news. Is that a threat? Now you can look at somebody and tell when they don't even believe what they're saying. She's just taking the opportunity to be a narcissist. Oh, is that a threat? Like she was, I promise you, like just think about all them old videos about how everybody talk about how racist black women is towards the black men. She was stereotypically like that. That's a threat. I'm like, bitch, you hang around ghetto niggas. I know you do. You got them thick ass red braids. And you gonna look at me and tell me that I'm threatening you. Bitch, you seen me up here a few times. I've seen you a few times up here. And usually she don't act like that. She usually act cool. But you know how a hoe is. Hoe just take the opportunity to do some stupid shit. Okay. Just like at that last job I had when I was beefing with that dread hair bitch. The supervisor was a woman. We was cool until that dread bitch came in there. And when I started beefing with her, she took the opportunity to show me I'm not on your side no matter how much I act like I like you at first. That's just a whole thing. Okay, and this is one of the main reasons why people say that bitches should not work. Because being a bitch takes more priority than her doing her job. I promise you. Okay, that's how most women are. Okay, they just so into themselves that they have to defend themselves to other bitch. It was pretty stupid. Okay, so by this time, the bitch leaves. The original bitch that came over there that caused this commotion just disappears. And I'm stuck arguing with this red-haired bitch. Okay, yeah, but, that's a threat. I can take that as a threat. I said that was a smart aleck comment. You can't possibly think. I said people can get on the news for anything. They can get on the news for arguments. You see a lot of people get on the news. I'm not wearing no damn mask. And the news come and cover that story, or they'll get kicked out. I got kicked out. Or that one time when one person did not wear a mask and the whole plane got violent with him, that he didn't get hurt. They just pinned him down. That's violence. Okay, so she can kiss my ass. Okay, now once again, nothing particularly rude was saying other than some snarky shit. And I ain't calling nobody out no names or nothing. But because they were really being stupid. That shit was really pissing me off. Okay, the situation already got de-escalated. And then they come back with the shit. That would make it stupid. Then with backup, usually people come over there to de-escalate the situation. This bitch came over there to pick up where this other bitch left off. Okay, and on another note, when I told this bitch, I'm like, you seen me, I seen you a few times. Why would you think I would be the one trying to do anything like that towards you? Why would I be trying to harm you? She says, just the narcissist, the way you just know that they just let something tell them stupid shit to say. Sir, I see thousands of faces. Like the way, like I was like, boy, I swear. Like I'm telling you, like if it was somebody else that she, like let's say for instance, if it was somebody that was like how she claimed I was acting, it'd be a whole nother story. Okay, and I'm finna tell you what had happened if somebody else did it after I continue. Okay, and another reason I know she know me is because I got a bitch's number. You know bitches talk. Okay, whatever you do, they're gonna talk. It's probably been you know that dude that wear that cut off shirt? He asked me for my number. Okay, and one of the only reasons why the bitch probably gave it to me was because my damn legs were showing in these damn runner shorts. I seen her ass looking, and she decided to really do it today. So anyway, so I know she know. That's why people that go out their way to act like they don't know some shit, you know they full of shit. Then another fat bitch come over there, who was black, by the way. Both of them was American and stuff. This time, this bitch had the thick blonde braids. I mean braids. Okay, but she was built more sloppy. You know, half the people, like people are still smash her. Like personally, I would not want to do that. That'd be like some extremely desperation shit. You know how just a typical fat bitch look. She not as she ain't gonna make you vomit, but you're not gonna want her. You'll fuck the one with the red hair though. But and she just came over there, adding to the shit. Didn't even try to de-escalate. She just picked up what other chick left off. Like, well, since she's not getting through to you, I'll try to get through to you. And I'm like, so y'all coming out here just backing people up and stuff. That ain't got nothing to do with me. I work here, but that don't got nothing to do with me. We just all work together. And I was like, so why you ain't trying to de-escalate the situation? Y'all ain't trying to de-escalate. Y'all just making it worse. Okay, then we started talking about customer service. Like this shit was all over the place. First, oh man, y'all acting like racist white folks. Y'all tripping. How would y'all like it if just on some stupid shit? I said, damn well, like y'all need to stop acting like this. Like seriously, nigga, I thought they was gonna call the cops on my ass. Okay, that's how they was acting. I'm like, oh, something ain't right about this shit here. And then the bitch that came in was basically like, we don't have to do this. We don't have to be out here testing people. We're doing this out of the kindness of our hearts, sir. And we have the right to refuse your service. I said, they don't, like, really, after all that, y'all gonna do that. Now, I put on the mask. Now, the issue is solved. But you took it back off when I said, because y'all tripping. I'm like, y'all act like y'all scared. Y'all got on the mask because they were talking some shit, smart shit. And I said, okay, so y'all scared that somebody don't got their mask on. Sir, you having a bad day today? They was acting like those stupid motherfuckers in that one story to where I was telling y'all that they didn't want to mix the sauce on my chicken the way I asked them to. Trying to make it seem like you the one that's belligerent and stuff when they the ones acting stupid. I'm like, y'all the professionals. Why y'all out here doing this? The restaurants can refuse your service, sir, if you didn't have on a mask, And I'm like, but this is a COVID test. Okay, so it's getting pretty stupid. Okay, and anybody else in the situation that don't have the mental fortitude that I do, that shit, I'm telling you, it's like what I said. It would have been on the news. They would have did something to them bitches. But because like when hoes argue with dudes, they try to bring it up out of them. That's why hoes be in an abusive relationship. You think maybe the nigga is abusive, but you got to realize that women actually do be escalating a lot of stuff because the dude is weak, and they know that they can get the better of him and get him locked up and stuff. So but of course I'm too wise to fall into this. That's not even my personality. So I'm like, y'all don't go on somewhere trying to bait niggas into cursing you out and stuff. So we don't have to do it. That's the kindness of our heart. We can refuse your service. Matter of fact, you can just back out. We're gonna tell him to back out, and you can just go to the urgent care of the street. I'm like, y'all gonna really do that? Like dead serious? And then they kind of back in, and it continued even longer. Okay, and the line was getting backed up. Okay, that shit was crazy. Okay, yeah, but you said you threatened us. I did not threaten y'all. Why y'all keep saying I'm threatening y'all? I already told you that was a joke. Like, I didn't say I was going to do this. That's a threat. Okay, I promise you, like they was just listen to all those racist white stories of how the cops harass people and tell me that they ain't on the same level or worse. Okay, so black women ain't shit, man. Except for the ones that's not like them. Let's keep it real. You don't want to just group everybody in all the time. Okay, but they wouldn't shit. Okay, like the black women that I follow on my Instagram ain't. A lot of them ain't gonna be like that. So continuing, and she got dookie braids, like thick braids. I'm like, you've been around some niggas that is genuinely scary to most people. And you gonna act like you is scared of me? I said, bitch, look at me. Don't play with me. I've seen you before. And that's when she hit me. Oh, yeah, but you still, that made us feel uncomfortable when you said that it's a threat. We just want you to apologize. And I said, look, that was a smart aleck joke. Okay, just being sarcastic, more or less. Okay, That was all it was, not a threat. Okay, and I didn't do anything wrong, so why should I have to apologize? She came up here arguing with me. We was already past that, and y'all came and did this. Okay, and then the bitch that came last said, you know what? You can just come up here tomorrow or whatever. I'm like, so if we got past this, why not just do it now? That don't make any sense. Yeah, but we can just refuse you. We have the right to refuse service. Like that's basically what they were saying. Is it's really out of my hands, sir. Have a good day. We'll see you tomorrow. Like I'm dead ass serious. Okay. So the doctor who is in charge, like the one who actually does the test, he comes back over and he was like, so what happened in that, situation? Did anything get resolved? Like, what did they tell you? I said, they decided not to do it. They tripping, talking about some, I threatened them when I said this. He was like, but he decides to go along with them. Okay. Like, they didn't resolve anything. They just told you to go somewhere else. And he was going to just say, just go back in the end of the line or whatever. And then he was like, you know what? It is better. You should just go to another urgent care because I don't want no more back and forth going on between y'all. They're going to be doing that. It's just better if you just find another urgent care. Okay, then the bitches just come back out. They're just very demonic bitches. Just, it's that look. Cause they was already doing the look. Like, say for instance, hold on, let me pause this. Okay, so just picture, you seeing somebody right here, and then people coming. I hope I'm doing the look correct. Then have the nerve to tell me the bitches talking about some, sir, we just so combative. I'm like, if a white person was acting like this, would y'all be doing that? Y'all don't think? And it's not about race, it's about our safety. So why the fuck is you doing a COVID test? Sometimes my could be negative. I'm like, damn well I'm not. Hold up. Sometimes my could be COVID. I'm like, damn well I'm negative. Don't play with me. Don't even play with me. So, you're just not gonna do it, sir. And I promise you, I bet you they wouldn't do that to a white person. I can just tell, like you can just sense the negatory in people. But let's just put this on somebody else. Okay, I'm like, if you was in this situation, you wouldn't want nobody doing you like that. Okay, and I said, and they was talking to me about customer service. I said, so if somebody gets smart, which is like people say worse shit than me, but I didn't curse though. I wanted to say it. I said, they say worse stuff like that to me, and I'm still expected to provide service. Okay, now do the test. Like y'all tripping. And nobody say nothing to y'all that was that bad. Now y'all, junk ain't that dang serious. Y'all tripping. Yeah, but you just want an apology. And I'm just like, I didn't do nothing wrong. So what if I would apologize and they still decided, you know what, that didn't sound sincere. And that's the type of stuff I'm telling you. That's what get people like. You got to understand. Okay, people deal with irrational stuff in an irrational manner. I'm a rational person, and I didn't do nothing crazy. But if it was somebody else in my situation, like let's say a dreadhead, the least that would have happened is him saying, "You're a bitch, you dumb, whole stupid." They'll get like that. But the worst that would happen is the shit really ending up with ambulances coming over there. Okay, so I'm like, what the hell am I gonna do? Like I got somewhere to go. Like I'm backed in to where somebody got to back out if I, for me to leave or they got to move forward. What I'm gonna do? Where I'm gonna go if I did do something? Okay, so that's why when stuff happens on the news, you just got to stop and wonder. Yeah, people are crazy, but at the same time, in a lot of cases, and it can be proven. A lot of cases, people be the escalator. They know people. They be trying to invoke stuff on people. Just like how I described with those bitches in abusive relationships. They be knowing how weak the man is, and they just get him to hit her. In a lot of cases. Otherwise, if that's the case, if it catches them off guard, they wouldn't be in a relationship that long. If they, I didn't know you was abusive. I'm gonna leave you. Okay, now here's a realistic example. This is what happens when somebody sent me a video of a dreadhead acting stupid when the cops pulled them over. It was positive. It was way less stressful than what I'm going through right here. That was zero stress at all, to be honest with you. Because the officers was just doing their job. Hey, man, make sure y'all be safe. I got kids, too. 2 white officers. It was 3 black people. Now, mind you, the 2 that was outside talking to the officers, they seemed like they was okay. However, the only issue was them niggas had a dread in the mix. You got to be careful who you have around you. He was the only one that I saw in the video with them long dreads. Okay, so the officers is talking, and then he go and see who in the back seat. He probably was most likely going to say, "Hey, well, how you do?" So he, basically do that. Dude bust up out the back seat with a Tech 9, my nigga. Like, no lie. You can't make this up. A Tech 9 started screaming and shooting at the officers. Look, go look. Let me see if I can find the video. Hold on. Okay, now one of my bros sent me this video on my video called. It's in the comment section. It's still there. How dusty dudes parallel these hoes. Check it out. That shit is crazy. So he gets out the car and starts shooting at the officer, and the officer shoot him in the leg. Now this is so chaotic that the officers even started shooting at one of his friends that took off running when the dude got out there with that Tech 9. Okay, so the officer just don't know. He just doing like, did he go this way? Pop, 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 pop. I'm like, so he could have got his friend killed. Okay, so the officers get behind the car. They ain't see where the dude went. The dude snuck up on one of the officers and hit him with the Tech 9. And they go to the ground wrestling, trying to get the gun and stuff. The officer's buddy accidentally ejects the clip. And he took off running with all shh. And he came back and shot the dude like 15 times to get him up off the dude. Okay, this is some crazy stuff. Then they get back up. They don't know what's going on. They're like, is the other dude involved? And they just started shooting that direction. Okay, hopefully nobody else got hit other than the fool that deserved it. But that's crazy. Okay, then they try to pawn stuff off on rational people. I'm like, if somebody was gonna do that, it wouldn't even got that far. There would be no discussion. It'd just be somebody fucking you up. Evil bitches. Okay, now I just basically experienced literally everything that is wrong with a hoe. This is what everybody goes through in society with bitch when you decent. Bitches cannot do what is right. They can only do what the hoe is supposed to do, which is hoe shit, which is serve Satan. How can they be of service to Satan? By annoying you. Okay, while the dude is over there trying to talk. Oh man, so what did they say? Yeah, it's better that you leave. Yeah. These bitches stupid. Because if he would have just said, okay, I'll do it, they could have sabotaged the test. And don't tell him what could have happened. Okay, these bitches stupid. Bitches are witches. And that's all I got to say for this rant. And this has been the Negro Ninja, bringing you your Negro message for today. Negro out.